Welcome back to the Bear Down Podcast, where it's all about Arkansas A&M and the Black Bears. Our squad looking great right now, man. 5-0 on the season, coming off of two great games, one against Georgia and the other a blowout win over Arkansas. In today's video, we're going to look back at the week, look at how our team measured up against these other two squads, take a look at the season stats, all of the Heisman race information and the recruiting board, and get ready for a busy week ahead. So make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're brand new. So we kicked the week off after our bye week, taking on then 0-4 Georgia, and I feel like we played down to our competition. This game was a lot closer than I thought it would be. It took a great fourth quarter from our defense to really pull away at the end of the game. As you can see, it was close throughout. I think we were tied at halftime. Came out of the third quarter, tied in the third. By the end of the third, going into the fourth quarter, we finally woke up. Scored 21 points in the fourth, pulling away and getting the dub by two touchdowns. Gabe had a solid day, 319 yards through the air, 2 touchdowns, but it was the run game. Philip Fagan carried this offense, 214 yards on the ground with 3 rushing touchdowns. Shout out to AB. He got into the end zone as well. Receiving game, Mike Warren, 4 catches for 93 yards and a touchdown. Justin Harris, 1 catch for 31 yards and a touchdown. Ashton Ryan had a big day, 5 for 80. Defensively, though, I felt like we did not do a good job at tackling. Gave up a lot of big runs to Georgia's offense. Ben Bowen led the way with 8 tackles. David Sims had 6. Here's a look at the stats. Like I said, close. It was a really close game. We were able to outrush Georgia 234 to 205. We outthrew them as well. Held them to 4 of 9 on third down, but they were 1 for 1 on fourth down. Perfect inside the red zone, which is rare against us. The one turnover came in the fourth quarter, much needed, and that helped us out big time to get the dub. Total yards, 774. That's a great game for us. We gave up 465, though, and then we held the ball for 19 minutes. We did have 2 penalties in that game. Then it was rivalry week time, and this game is just getting out of hand. I don't think we could call Arkansas our rival anymore because we have blown them out the water the past several years. We won this one 63 to 17. We put up 35 points in the second quarter. I feel like the team finally woke up. Offensively, we played one of our best games. Defensively, we played one of our best games. Gabe Perez was just a man this week. 19 of 25 for 411 yards and 5 touchdown passes. The run game, kind of pedestrian considering that the pass game took off. We did get Philip Fagan his 100 yards. He had 108 yards and 2 scores. AB had 38 yards and 2 touchdowns. But like I said, the passing game is just elite. Gabe Perez is just a different quarterback. Will Rogers, 5 for 56 and 2 touchdowns. Albert Flowers, the true freshman, 4 for 147 and a touchdown. Ashton had 4 for 95 and 2 scores. Warren, 3 for 47, and Justin Harris, 3 for 66. Like I said, defensively, we finally stepped up. All around, great game. Trey Jolly, 4 tackles and a sack. Jermaine Coco, 3 tackles and a sack. But your player of the game has to be Bo McGee. 2 tackles, 3 interceptions in the game. They kept testing him, and he made them pay. Taking a look at the team stats, and like I said, it was just a dominating performance. 606 yards of total offense. They outrushed us, but look at the passing yards, man. Finally, our secondary stepped up. Only gave up 164 yards through the air. We held them to 3 of 10 on third down, 1 of 2 on fourth. This is better in the red zone, man. 1 of 2 in the red zone. Forced 4 turnovers. 673 yards of total offense to 390. Still 2 penalties, man, but we held the ball for 21 minutes. And that's 2 wins this week, 5-0, but still ranked number 2 in the nation. Now, talking about the polls, this is an interesting situation that we're in right now. Michigan is the number 1 team in the country after beating Illinois last week, 38-14. We're in at number 2. Then you've got Florida State in at 3. They're 5-0. Indiana is 4. Texas falls 2 spots to 5. You got Pittsburgh in at 6. Stanford is 7. Nebraska is in at 8. Penn State is 9. They fall 3 spots. Then you've got Fresno State rounding out your top 10. Washington is 11. Notre Dame is in at 12. You got South Alabama undefeated at 13. Auburn is 14. TCU 15. Ohio State is in at 16. You got Florida at 17. Arkansas, after we beat them, falls 3 spots to 18. Arizona is 19. Mississippi State, who's going to be our opponent this week, they are 20th. They go up 2 spots. LSU in at 21. Michigan State is 22. West Virginia 23. The Raging Cajuns, ULL, they're 24. And then you've got Wisconsin rounding out your top 25. That's the coaches poll. But if you look at the media poll, we're number 1 in the media poll. It's just amazing to me that the coaches poll carries so much more weight than what the media poll does. We're 1, Michigan 2, Florida State is 3, Indiana is 4, Texas 5, Stanford is 6, Pittsburgh 7, Nebraska in at 8, Penn State is 9. Fresno rounds out your top 10. Then you got Washington, Notre Dame, Auburn, South Alabama, TCU, Ohio State, Florida, Arizona. Arkansas is 19th in this poll. Michigan State, Mississippi State is 21. LSU is 22. West Virginia, Akron, and then Wisconsin rounds out your top 25. I feel like it's going to be us and Michigan going back and forth at the top of these polls. Good to see Florida State up here. I'm shocked to see Indiana. Texas is hanging around. But I think it's going to be Michigan A&M for the rest of this season, man. And this could be a rematch again. So let's take a look at the season stats so far. Gabe Perez just having a monster year. 78 of 104 for 1,425 yards, 17 touchdowns. He's thrown 1 interception out of 104 attempts. He's averaging 356 yards per game. 18 yards per average on his throw, 82 is his long, and he's only been sacked 3 times. He's having one of those seasons, man. I feel like he should be on the Heisman list. We'll take a look at that here in a few minutes. He is showing why he's the best quarterback in college football right now. Ground game, Phillip Fagan off to a hot start, 92 carries for 686, 13 rushing touchdowns already on the year. He's averaging 7.4 yards a carry. I'm glad he came back for his senior year. I feel like he's going to break a lot of school records this year with his rushing yards, and definitely he's going to break the touchdown career total this year. I'm concerned that he might have too many carries. I saw somebody in the comments say we need to get Anthony Bryant more involved. I agree. The problem is Anthony Bryant's more of a power back. We're looking for more speed. I feel like Marquise Powers isn't quite giving us what we're looking for. I thought he would be able to step up a lot more this year. But with 30 carries for 157 and a touchdown, he's not really carrying that speed load that we're looking for. Mitchell, 11 carries, 40 yards and a touchdown. You got Chance down here with a rushing touchdown as well. But look for AB to get a lot more touches going throughout the rest of the season. Out wide, I'll say this receiver group is doing a great job at stepping up. I had a few concerns because we are so young in a couple of positions, especially in the slot and outside. But Mike Warren, 21 catches, 375, and 4 touchdowns. Albert Flowers, the true freshman, 19 for 413 and 5 scores. He's becoming one of Gabe Perez's favorite targets. Then you've got Ashton Ryan, 18 catches for 302 and 3 scores. Will Rogers, the converted tight end, 16 for 284 and 3 touchdowns. Then you got Kyle Holloway, the true freshman, seeing a lot of playing time as like a running back. 6 catches for 10 yards and a touchdown. Justin Harris has come on as of late. 5 catches for 149 and a score. Then you got Powers out of the backfield, 4 for 23. Foreman has 2 catches for 28 yards. Adam Lawson, the big tight end, 2 for 51 and a touchdown. Fagan has a catch. Baker has 1 for 3 yards and a touchdown. And Bryant has 1 catch for 2 yards. Again, I feel like the big four up here, they're doing a great job. We get a lot of catches that are runs after the catch. Will Rogers, a big body wide receiver, him across the middle. on slants, fade routes in the end zone. He's just money. Ashton Ryan has become a great target for Perez. And like I said, these two young guys I think are going to carry our receiving group into the future. Warren and Flowers, just dynamic players in this offense. This offensive line is playing great as well. Palmer has only given up 2 sacks, and Bracken, he's given up 1 sack, and he's a backup, man. But if you look at these pancake totals, we're doing a great job of blocking this year. We're starting to get a little bit older in this position. So a lot of juniors, there's some seniors on this offensive line. But this group has come together and has become one of the best offensive lines in the country. I think that, it's going to be interesting to see what happens at the end of the season, because a lot of these guys are eligible for the draft. Hopefully nobody leaves, though, and we'll be able to have all seniors across the offensive line. To the defense we go, man. We've had a rough couple games, giving up a lot of rushing yards to Arkansas and Georgia. David Sims leads his team with 29 tackles. Nick Ginn is second with 20. Then you've got Richie Anderson. He's got 20 tackles as well. Jermaine Coco with 17. Ben Bowen has 16. James Ramirez has 15. Then you've got Jonathan Thomas, the free safety, with 15 as well. So does Bo McGee, coming off a big game last week with 3 interceptions versus Arkansas. Trey Turner with 12. Caleb Walker has 9 tackles. Phil Anderson has 8. Trey Jolly also has 8. And then you got Chris Johnson with 7. Let's look at the sack totals. Again, still kind of disappointed, man. We're not actually getting after the quarterback like I was hoping. Trey Turner has 4 sacks. Garrett Anderson with 2. Then you've got Hester, Hendricks, and Jolly each with 1. Caleb Walker, non-existent right now, man. Tommy Washington the same. I'm going to need my defensive ends to wake up. I'm glad that, Trey Turner's getting after the quarterback. He's leading the team, but I was expecting big things out of Caleb Walker this year, and he hasn't stepped up yet. But the group that has stepped up, the secondary, man. Bo McGee, 4 picks on the season. Same with James Ramirez. These two guys, man, sophomores, redshirt sophomores. So they still have 2 more years of eligibility on campus. I think they are playing great right now. The Arkansas game was a great game for Bo. James had a great start to the season. As long as they can keep this up throughout the rest of the season, it's going to be hard to throw the ball against us. David Sims has 2 picks. Richie Anderson with 1. So does Thomas, Forwarda, and Coco. Forced fumbles. Trey Turner has forced 2. Thomas has 1. So does Johnson and Anderson. We recovered 4. Ben Bowen, Anderson, Richie Anderson, and Trey Jolly each have 1. Defensive touchdowns. James Ramirez, 2 pick sixes, and David Sims has a pick 6 as well. Shout out to Keaton Holt, man, doing a great job in the kicking game. 4-4 so far with a long of 39, and he's perfect on extra points. Punt game, Barnes has only had 3 punts this year for 98 yards. He's averaging about 33 yards per kick, 1 inside the 20. The return game, Marquise Powers, 17 returns for 618 yards and a touchdown. That was 108 yards to the crib. I believe that was against San Diego State. The punt game, he's got 10 returns for 181. I think Powers is a better returner than he is as a running back. So, again, look for Anthony Bryant, to get a lot more touches in the offense, and we might keep Powers just as a return specialist. So here's a look at the college football leaders. Right now, Gabe Perez sitting second behind Strope at Iowa State in passing yards with 1425. You got Strope at number 1, Perez at 2, Collins is 3, Hall is 4, and Fritz from Vandy is 5. To the ground game we go. Coleman from Fresno State with 754 yards. Philip Fagan is second in the country, 686. Workman, who we just played from Arkansas, 676. Armstrong is 4th from BYU, 627, and Thompson from Oregon with 614. Here's a look at the receiving leaders. Lee from LSU with 662 yards. Gooden from Hawaii, 561. Douglas from Stanford, 536. Mitchell from UAB has 524. Estes from Florida State, 495. And then you got Flowers in 18th right now with 413 yards. Defensive side of the ball we go. David Sims leads the country with 26 tackles, followed by Frank from Missouri. He's got 24. Stevens from Northwestern with 23. Ingram from Purdue, he's got 22. And then you got Williams from Oklahoma with 21. Sack department, Larson from Alabama getting after the QB. He's got 6 sacks on the season. Cox from LSU has 5.5. Welsh from Boise State with 4.5. He's tied with Lawrence from Reno. He's got 4.5 as well, and so does Harris from UCF. And then Trey Turner down there in 10th with 4 sacks. It's always a good look to see both of your starting corners on the top of the interception list. Ford has 4 interceptions from is that FIU? And then you've got Ramirez and McGee with 4 picks. Hardy has 3 from Michigan State, and Powers from Memphis has 3 picks. So let's take a look at the race for the Heisman. Right now, Phillip Fagan is the lead dog, coming off a pedestrian game for him, 108 yards and 2 scores versus Arkansas. Number 2 behind him is the running back from Michigan, Grady Weisbecker. He had 12 carries for 80 yards and 3 catches for 31 yards, and a team win over Illinois. Then you've got Tolbert from Stanford. He had a big day versus Oregon State, 242 yards through the air, 86 yards on the ground, 3 total touchdowns. Gunn from Penn State, he had 135 yards rushing against Wisconsin. And then Carter at quarterback, the true freshman for Notre Dame, 232 yards through the air, 80 yards rushing, and 5 total touchdowns for against San Jose State. Honestly, I'm shocked Gabe Perez is not on this list yet. I think it's because he did miss 1 game. But if he continues to have the kind of season he's having right now with 17 passing touchdowns and 1 interception, they've got to put him on this list. All right, guys, it is time for my favorite part of this podcast, and I hope it's your favorite as well. It's time for the top 5 plays from the week. A lot of stuff has happened on the field, a lot of great plays from these guys. So let's jump right in. Here's number 5. Big third down here, 3rd and 2. Georgia is out of timeouts, 4 wide. And the give goes to Fagan. He gets the first down and then some, and he go fight his way into the end zone. Touchdown Bears. Game over, baby. Let's go. Coming in at number 4. All right, 2nd and inches. We're going to empty the backfield, go 5 wide. See if we can catch them here. Gabe drops back. Ooh, middle of the field, wide open. Ashton Ryan to the house. Touchdown Bears. Woo! What a route from the sophomore tight end. And he takes it to the crib. Number 3. 2nd and 10. We go 5 wide. Harris slot left. It's a pass. Bow. Got you, Justin. Stay in bounds. There you go. Justin Harris to the house. Touchdown Bears. Woo! Under a minute left to go in the half. We come out empty backfield, 5 wide. Here goes another blitz. Going to the end zone. Justin Harris makes the grab. What a catch. Are you kidding me? Watch how the senior goes up and just mosses this kid. What a catch. That should be a touchdown. Here's number 2. They're going to spread us out 4 wide. Watch the screen here. No screen. Go there. There you go, Bo. There you go, Bo. Stay up. Let's go. Give me blocks. Oh, I was getting ready to cut it up. Bo McGee with the pick. Stop it. And the top play from this week is 14 seconds left to go in the half. We're going to go 5 wide. Let's go up top. Let's go up top. Let's go up top, Al. Let's go up top, Al. Woo! Touchdown Bears. Let's go up top. 51 yards to the crib. What a throw. What a throw. My God. Gabe Perez. Sir. I'm telling you, man, we've got something special brewing here down in Conway. These boys are playing great football. We got to keep it going for the rest of the season, man. But it's time to hit the recruiting trail. 3 new commits to go with this recruiting class, kicking things off with Kevin Smith, the free safety from South Carolina, 6 foot 182, a 4-star prospect. This guy, I got a feeling he's going to be something special, man. Great speed, great agility and acceleration. He's a tackler. He loves to hit. The zone coverage still needs some work. The press does too. But I feel like this guy is going to be something special for us. A lot of comparisons already to a shorter version of John Lynch. On the defensive line, we pick up Nick Smith from right here in Arkansas, 6'2", 270, a 4-star prospect. the number 16 defensive tackle. We're just adding more depth to an already stout defensive line. He's got great get-off, great block shed. He's a great tackler. Play rec is there. I'm excited to get him into the fold. And then our secondary gets a lot better. Jeff Lumpkin, the 5-star corner from Franklin, Tennessee, 5'11", 177, the number 3 corner in this class. And again, all about the speed. Elite speed, great coverage ability. He can press, great play rec. Him and Anthony Robinson, they could see playing time early their freshman season. Talking about A-Rob, man, he's got us as his number 1 team with a big lead over the Zips. Then you got Chad Brown, the big fullback. We've got a lead over Tennessee right now and a bigger lead over Ole Miss. Jake Payne, the athlete from Tennessee, 6 foot, 194. It's a dog race between us and Kentucky. Looking at these offensive line prospects, Javon Thomas from Alabama, the number 6 tackle in this class. We've got a lead over Notre Dame and Alabama. James Edwards, we're in a fight, man. SC and Bama are going back and forth, but we've got a small lead right now. Then you got Jesse Beck, the big guard from Louisiana, 6'4", 292. 4-star prospect. We've got a lead over teams like Washington, Florida State, and Michigan. At center is Donnie Brittain. We've got a lead over Texas and LSU. He's 6'4", 277, a 4-star prospect, the number 5 center in this class. Kicker, Dustin Wood, man, the number 1 kicker in this class. We're close to signing him. I think we can get a commitment from him in the next couple of weeks. JUCO junior Kyle Browning, the big defensive end, 6'3", 249, a 3-star prospect. Our lead is growing over Bama, Navy, Auburn, and Oklahoma. He's close to signing. We did lose out on the wide receiver, so we went and got a running back. This is Torian Jack from Natchez, Mississippi, 5'9", 180, a 3-star prospect. We just added him to the board, the number 73 running back in this class. And the reason we went and got him is because of his speed and elusiveness. Great speed, 90 speed, 88 acceleration, 85 agility. Very elusive, great juke move. The carrying is solid. I think we could work on his coming out of the backfield, making the catches. We have to have some speed to go with these backs that we have. Anthony Bryant will be the number 1 back next season. Anybody behind him is just like him as a power back. So being able to have some speed so a guy can get to the outside will be very important for this offense. Hopefully Torian Jack can come in and make some noise. So here's a look at the top classes so far. Vanderbilt doing a great job at recruiting this year. 2 5-star prospects, 2 4-stars, and 2 3-stars. They're in at number 1. Then you've got USC. They've got 8 total prospects so far. Mississippi State, who's going to be our opponent this week, they've got 6 so far. Then there's us with 5. We've got 1 5-star, 3 4-stars, and 1 3-star. Syracuse is 5. Syracuse is 5th with 7 prospects. You've got Purdue in at 6. Clemson is 7. Washington is 8. Virginia is in at 9. And North Carolina rounds out your top 10. So this week starts a very competitive week for our Black Bears, taking on 3 ranked opponents, kicking things off against number 20 Mississippi State. They're 2-2 on the season. Then we return home to take on Auburn. They're 4-1, number 14 in the country right now. And then we're back out on the road to take on LSU. They're number 21 as of right now, 4-2 on the season. Then we get back home for homecoming and senior day, man, taking on Ole Miss. And then we've got A-State, Georgia Tech, and Bama all on the road. The last 3 games of the season look tough. And don't get it twisted. Bama's 3-2 on the season, but they're still a very good team. A-State's 3-1. Very proud of those boys playing great down there in Jonesboro. But these 3 games are going to tell a lot about our Black Bears. Mississippi State, Auburn, and LSU. They're the cream of the crop in the SEC right now. If we want to get to the national championship and to the SEC championship this year, we've got to go 3-0. It's going to be tough, but I know our boys can get out there and do it. So that's going to wrap it up for the podcast this week, guys. It's going to be a tough road ahead. 3 ranked opponents the next 3 weeks for our Black Bears. But I know these boys can come out and handle business. We kick things off on the road at Mississippi State down in Stark Vegas. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're brand new. Don't forget to ring that bell, join the Noti Squad. And make sure you guys check out those links down in my description. Follow your boy on Facebook, Twitter, and IG. And come through and join the Discord fam for exclusive content. And we'll talk from Stark Vegas as we take on the number 20 ranked Mississippi State Bulldogs. Have a great day, guys. 2 fingers in the air. Peace. Big thank you to all the members of the channel and the Patreons. If you would like to become a member or a Patreon, hit the links down below in my description.